Kumar. I know by the face, so I don't remember all the names. And last 1 year there has been a lot of progress, and we are in the process of formation of the society. And 26th December it will be finalized, right? Okay, so the charity commissioner has given us the date, and most likely only one issue is there, that Western India there is a concern, and maybe we will be WI Western India. They may not allow in the name, only WI they may allow. So okay, that will be sorted out soon. So it looks like good. Western India Association of Gula in India. Okay. Okay. Having said that, so a lot of seniors, they have a lot of experience about the associations, societies. One thing, okay, while we are driving our Excellency Vice Chancellor, we are talking about he is having international exposure. He is in association with foreign universities, whatnot. We are peanut. We don't know anything about it. He said a lot of things, and but one thing we agreed, that alumni has a lot to do with those top 10 universities in the US. We agreed on both. And what drives, why they can do, we cannot do. We have a pride. Only pride doesn't pull us through. The purpose also need to be there. Without purpose, only pride, it will be picnic. So we need a purpose. Purpose to strengthen the unit, that entity which you are thinking of, and that association. Once that entity is strong enough, then do about it. My answer to him is, what we cannot do about it. We can do everything here. If you are having an association, if you are having a purpose, we can do anything about it. Okay? Today morning, 6 o'clock, when I woke up, I went through the Times of India, So Ajim Premji is saying, all wealth should be given away for charity, philanthropy. He said, all wealth I should give away. What will do my son? I have a son, I have a daughter. So he has a lot of wealth.
Is a get together.
He should know that it is not a picnic, rather it is welfare and benefit to him. Then only he will join next time. So we need to work on that. And once he comes inside, we have a stronger alumni. Pride is always there. Alma mater will be benefited. Okay? So my priority, my purpose of this association today is to benefit ourselves first. If we are benefited, the rest is on the track. Okay, thank you.
think it was, everybody should know that it was very gracious on his part to, I think, accept our invitation. It was maybe 2 days, 2 to 3 days. I called him very late in the week, which was, I think, Wednesday or something. So he was very gracious. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for coming such a long distance from the east to the west coast of the country. This is one. And thank you so much to all my respected seniors and my friends who have, I think, put up such a tremendous kind of effort. Believe me, I mean, we talk about digital technology or something. I'll walk across when I talk. Maybe I can connect better with you. But believe me, I mean, we have a lot of tech wizards, so to say, the technology guys. But I still think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, this is the biggest kind of challenge to put people together. This is what we always believed when we were started by all these youngsters, very young friends of ours. And today, last year it was something around 130 possible alumni set of people. This year probably we talked about what, maybe 350. So, and we thought that we will make it big, and I'm sure we are in that part. But as Ajit Bhai rightly said, one part is that we are going ahead in terms of making it a very, very official kind of collaboration. That's one. The second part is that even if we call it an official collaboration, it actually will not mean anything, because there would be probably a lot of government things which are officially put, but it is of no use when it comes to work or effectiveness. So that is why we decided what you call the initial exercise of putting this association is that we'll have a purpose, we'll have a goal, we'll have an objective when we are putting up such kind of an affiliation or a collaboration or set of work. And we thought as to what we must do. And I can tell you at the back of the mind, the biggest thing which was there, it was actually giving back something to society. We are living in an age where, Ajit Bhai very rightly said, that, a Warren Buffett or a very recently a Mark Zuckerberg or maybe closer home it is Ajit Premji, these are not the people, they are famous not having what the billions they are worth on paper, whatever. I think if they are more famous as to how much billions they have given back to society. And I can tell you, it is not about, I mean, if you look at a Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, it is not about actually the billions that you can give. It is how creatively and how closely you can interact with the society. It may be for any purpose. And as I always say, and everybody of course believe in the core committee as well, where we are arranging all these things, that if engineers don't build, then who will? So that's the punchline. If engineers don't build, then who do you expect to build? So I think that's what we are taught in a wonderful college, wonderful alma mater, which used to be University College of Engineering, Kolkata. So in order to give back, we put up a very structured process. We are still discussing, and believe me, all of you are always welcome to give your inputs. Whether we are talking about human skills, whether we are talking about green energy, whether we are talking about sustainable environment. I mean, when you talk about sustainable environment, you don't have to call a Discovery or a National Geographic to do it. You can simply go, find out a place, see that, why can't we have a planting the tree kind of exercise. So it may be very simple in terms of that, and involve the stakeholders. The stakeholder can be your company, can be any of your companies. Say Amrut Bhai is doing very good in Bajaj Auto. So can I talk to Bajaj Auto? And because he is in HR, so he is probably the right person to talk to. That well, okay, I mean, fine. Let us have this kind of exercise. Where Bajaj is also showcased. Our Western India Society is also showcased. I, for that matter, know that as an engineering college, I have a lot of interest in Bajaj Auto, or vice versa, something like that. So there can be many iterations, many combinations or combinations of this kind of an engagement. And how do we do it? So now we have a structured thing in place. Unfortunately, Mr. Misra could not come. Otherwise, he would have. He is the chartered accountant who has been rotated to do this job, and he had a last-minute glitch. So that's one thing. And the whole purpose of taking the help of the person who is at the helm of office, which is Dr. E.S. Reddy in the form of our Vice Chancellor, is that we will be taking a lot of his help in terms of taking it back to the college. We always thought, so society at large, whether it is all the skills or the environment or the industry or the whatever we are talking about, that's one part. But at the back of the mind, giving back to college in terms of, I believe today we have been discussing since last month that majorly, if I'm wrong, please correct me, sir. I think the ratio in which companies visit the campus, it is probably 80:20 in favor of technology to manufacturing. So that's the scene today. But I mean, thanks to our Prime Minister's initiative of Make in India, or you are talking about IT is slowly and steadily and probably understandably, it is coming to a kind of, not the kind of growth that we used to see, thanks to the Y2K kind of thing. So it is kind of getting plateaued over the time. So what we need to do is to push manufacturing at where it is getting pushed and taking manufacturing to the college. I believe one thing I can tell you, in March this year, I visited the college. It was unfortunate that I could not meet sir, but I spent a lot of time with my young students and TMP head, Dr. Nanda. What I saw is that, believe me, the kind of intensives that people are having, it is not up to mark. This is what we believe in our forum, and we discussed also. Can we increase, can we increase the quality, if not the quantity? I believe the quantity has increased by, we used to be 1,000 students in the campus. I don't know how many of you are updated. Today we have maybe 4,000. 6,000? No, it's not 4,000, 6,000. Sorry, we are wrong. So it's 6,000. So the quantity has vastly increased, and I believe the number of engineering colleges has also increased. So there is a complete crowd here in terms of the college. I can understand there are a lot of private institutes that are pushing it hard. The brand name is kind of thrown out in the market. It's all that. So it's simple. It's survival of the fittest. Whenever we talk of Burla Engineering College, we always talk of a remote kind of thing. People don't want to advertise. People don't want to blow their own trumpets. What is wrong with that? I don't know. I mean, the time has come at least. So these are the ways in which we give something back to the society that has given us a lot of things. We are talking about the western side of the country. And we take the help of our people, our students and teachers, including sir also, where we build up a two-way kind of level. I'm sure all of us would be, and all of you are equally welcome. This is your society, this is your forum, this is your platform. To be so creative, I'm sure all of us are creative in their own ways, and that's something which is incredible. This doesn't happen in a forum always. This forum is very skewed towards intelligence, very skewed towards creativity, and they just can do it. So put your brains, put your time, we can't wait that okay, we are here and tomorrow we will have this much vote, then only I will do something for the college. No, the best time is today. So on these words I want to conclude, and I hope that more and more people come here. If somebody thought it's only a meeting, I think it's partially correct. Yeah, it will be a meeting after the lunch. But for the time being, we are here. We have arranged something wonderful for the kids as well. We have arranged something for ladies, they can enjoy. And so before concluding, I have two very good news to share with you. Where is Naveen? Okay. Kumar, I can see. So one of our founding members who started this whole idea of getting together, all of us, Kumar is already smiling. Kumar, can you please get up, and Tamasini, you can also get up. So our young friends, they have got married. Come here. And I think we Kumar and Tapaswini have been very, active in putting this platform. So thankful to Kumar, and he will always be there. And they recently married and going to US this weekend. Good. So I hope that they start something there in US as well. People are very perceived. Yeah. So Kumar has promised they will. And and good news is that we have a cake for them today. Good. And Naveen is the birthday boy. Naveen, come here.
That's for us. They cannot cut it.
Naveen is the other person out of Pune. So he has been very, very active. He has been putting his lot of. Mind you, he designs a luxury brand like Mercedes-Benz. And in designing that wonderful, luxury car, I can tell you his class is also like that. He has put in a very, very. No, you don't have a point. You have a birthday boy. And there is a cake for Naveen as well. So we will have a cake. Forget it. The cake is ready. Okay, thank you.
As you said, I work for Mercedes-Benz. I am the designer development of the cockpit, and that happens only because I don't do, everybody does. There is a team effort, and for this event, Manoj bhai said that Kumar initiated, but later on the complete team we work together, and that is why we are here.
Who's the tall older guy? He's the grandfather now.
She is my daughter.
You've got a grandfather now. It's like from an interaction.
for all.
The celebrations are still on. Hello. Now I would request our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to come over here and grace us with his wonderful words. Please.
Good morning to you all. I'm Friday, today is afternoon. And it's a wonderful occasion for me to be with you. As Manoj said, we are at a alumni fair very seriously. The NAC is visiting our campus for accreditation. Very busy with that is actually one of the requirements of a lot of funds to get into this. But of course, I always feel that when I joined the university 1 year back, 30th November 2014, completed 1 year, always they are talking more of alumni than the college. But our alumni is so great, they are there so and so places. They are retired chief engineers, work secretaries of our alumni, IAS officers of our alumni. So they are always thinking about alumni. So I admire that. In fact, to say, when I have been announced that I have been appointed as Vice Chancellor on 5th November, about 20 days before I was supposed to start, about 6 people have visited my house in Hyderabad, who was AP, who graduated in 74, 75 from Mumbai. They are feeling very happy that you are going to our campus. So we are delighted to have. So that has given me a feel of what is this for whole things. And I know that this institute, I came over here, probably the same way I come all the way from AP to Odisha. I feel this is a part of India, I love my country. I felt this is a way I can contribute something. After came over here, I would find that a lot of challenges are there with me than what I expected. As I could not imagine some challenges, which includes, just let me I would like to share with you, because giving back to the alma mater, it is not just money. Many ways you can do that. Not money makes everything. No, I don't believe in that. First thing is, we are all feeling proud that it has become university. Name has been made to university, but only name is changed, nothing else. Still, I would call I am Vice Chancellor of the Engineering College, rather than a university. And of course, as you have mentioned, that I was there before going over here at JNT, which is the largest across university. Part, which had, of course, now it has become 4 universities. Without because of can't tolerate so much of strength. Had as well as 5 lakh students under the umbrella with 700 engineering colleges. After coming over here, I could have my first feeling. Of course, before I came to the campus, I just read everything about the university on web. One thing which I felt is a wonderful faculty is available, very qualified faculty are there, some young faculty are there. So I always feel human resources is a very important parameter for any institution for to grow. Anything can count if the human resources is there. In fact, probably one is looking at India. for the coming generation, for coming decade, to lead the world, because we are going to have our average age of Indian citizen is going to be the youngest in the world. So human resource is the most powerful thing to lead the country. And just human resource may not be sufficient, but educated human resource will be much more powerful. But if you look at the characteristic, because this is what I was addressing the students back to my faculty also. So we have as many as 700 universities in the country, 35 colleges, 35,000 colleges, many more other institutions. And this is the largest education system in the world, next to US and China. But if you look at the university ranking in the world, none of our universities stands in the top 200 universities in the world. The first one comes either IIT Bangalore, IIT Bombay at 276th rank. That speaks about the volumes of quality of education that our country is giving. I am not referring to any religion. Next one is coming to the enrollment of students. The percentage of enrollment of the graduates in our country is 19%, which is much less than an average of the world. But it's 19 people out of 100 who are eligible to get to university only getting a graduate year. So we need to increase a lot more universities in the education system to get on. But having said this, I am increasing one side, we have increased the number, other side the quality. Now I just come back to our Orissa. As we always take the pride, and I do appreciate that, this is the first engineering college in Orissa, established in 1956. In fact, very few are there with Indian engineering colleges. Few people have come from AP and studied here indicates that this is the private college at that time. And it has across this time, it has grown up. Grown up probably, I think, a very nice obviously will have a automatic affection. That's given our education. After the university in 2009, most of the branches, the intake has been doubled from 60 to 120 and so on. And number of departments have been added. So just to tell you the seniors here, right now we are having civil engineering, which is civil, electrical, mechanical, and typically, in addition to the electrical, production, metallurgy, chemical engineering, architecture in the started, and of course the other MSCs have all been offered. If you look into the requirement availability of the system, I just calculated as an ACT norm, which is required for a conventional engineering course, leave about a standard university. We are right now have about 50% of infrastructure, 50%. For the science and strength we have. Few things, because it is like our family, I have to speak out, so that we should realize what it is. For this intake we have, we need to have about 2,900 computers. Right now we have 305 computers in the campus. Some figures I am trying to tell. My first impression when I entered the campus, I felt the laboratories are enlarged the storerooms rather than laboratories. We don't have enough laboratory testing facilities. Wherever there is no test facilities, we are comfortably defining that we take Viva. And that's why we have removed our curriculum, what is called laboratory course. We call sessionals for sake of convenience. I don't know, I never saw sessionals here. It will be drawing, design, or a laboratory, or theory. These three only know. I learned here the sessionals. Because conveniently we put it, without facilities, we run the college. So they were to say this way of looking at the things. And another thing which I surprisingly noted, if a student is put up less attendance, shortage of attendance, you will not be allowed to write the end examination. But he or she is allowed to write supplementary exam as per our existing regulations. But maybe a grade will be reduced. You take a student who is very intelligent, he don't come to the college at all. Right? But he will not be allowed to write an exam, but he is allowed to write supplementary exam as per our regulations. That means he can pass because he is intelligent. An intelligent student need not come to university, but need not see any teacher, but still he get a degree as per our regulations. These speakers never realize this. Why need to run university? Start with distance education more. So these are all the things which I am trying to focus on. Introducing all the laboratory experience has to be there. There is no examination in the laboratories. Don't do any experiments during chemistry. I said you've got to do it. If you have to do it, you need to have the basic. So these are all the feelings I was fighting with. And one wonderful thing is, all people are wonderful people there. They are very good. They are very contented, very passive. They think nothing can happen in Gopala. This is one attitude they have. Right from students and faculty. Why not? Why not? Who has to do that? Do you think Vice Chancellor is going to do that? Vice Chancellor will come and go. They also they have that. But this fellow will come and talk and go. And after 3 years he will get out. So our life is like this. We are going to live like this. I said Vice Chancellor can't do anything. It is you have to do it. Maybe Vice Chancellor can put forward your thoughts to the government and give a direction to you. But unless you want to drink water, he can only take you to the water body, but he can't make you to drink. Because why I wanted to say some things I always don't believe in as the sugar-coated language. We have to deal with the things as it is. The impression of the campus, of the governor was, because I one purpose which made me to come to the service, the way of selection was very transparent. I told everybody here, first time I came to Varsa. I've been interviewed by the chancellor first time. He has interviewed 3 shortlisted candidates, 15 minutes each, governor. In his 15-minute talk, he spent 5 minutes saying that there is indiscipline in the teachers. They don't take classes at all. They go to the Bhubaneswar in the weekends. This is the words of the governor of the state. What you are going to do? They are very seasoned fellows there. They are just 54. How you are going to handle it? So I said, this is your university, you want to do it. I can't do anything. I just wear the coat now, but I will not wear it. Because I thought this is occasionally a meeting, but I never wear the coat. I will be going around to the hostels, going to the kitchens of hostels. And I wanted to say that I appreciate all of you. You are all alumni, and even the students of no study, including this girl who passed out last year. You have a lot of patience. I can't imagine a hostel without drainage system, but we have it. Our campus has all the hostels without drainage system. Probably you don't know it. Where is your drainage system? No, we never. Yes, because you observe where it is going drainage. Okay? So, few things are there. So, again, now you may say what you are doing. I have just prepared the estimate as per our requirement. I think this is one more thing which I observed. When we conduct a meeting with the deans and heads, the vice chancellor will be talking, but the deans and heads will be talking crossly. That is no discipline at all for the academic body. Of course, your reflections are those teachers. Right? So I said, I'm sorry, if you want to talk to me, not approach me. Let us maintain it decorum for the meeting. Right? So this is what now my job is if I will be feel successful, if I can change the attitude of your teachers, that we can do something and we have to do. They say that I'm getting salary of 1.2 lakhs. Why I just come in the morning and come class, keep my study. Otherwise I can't take it. And then people don't come today. We both will be upset. Because student is not there, teacher is not there. I used to go around right from morning 8 o'clock to check up where the classes are going on, teachers are there. Then if they realize that this fellow is teaching, the students are sitting without teacher, you ask who is the teacher, call teacher. If teacher is not there, call the head of department. They said, let us have an understanding when the student and teacher, both of them will bunk. Then of course I have to I got all the timetables of the classes and see which class is engaged by what. And if it is empty, then I ask why this class is empty, supposed to be so the class should go on here. So this has become a tough time for me. I told them to wait this time. I lost first year, I did all my watchman job. Let me not do watchman job, let me do vice chancellor job. Watchman is the checking the classes. And one more thing is whenever we say let us do this, I tell you I'll be ahead. And it is my job to remind them 10 times that counting should not allow. That also I said I am doing your secretary job. All of you are my secretary, reminding 10 times. Same job. That's what is going to happen in this fellow. But I don't have any, my wife and my son stays there. The children are grown up. One is IBM team lead is there. Younger fellow is MTech, is doing very comfortable. Yeah. So I don't have any business. I wake up at night, midnight at 2 o'clock and start writing what we should do next day. So the students, I really appreciate their patience. And of course, I have taken the feedback from the students, how they feel about the teaching. And it is reflecting what I feel. 80% of the students says there is no teaching going on here in the campus. They write to the teachers that, sir, you are supposed to give me subject, don't ask, don't take subject from us. These are the statements of the students. Because teachers are not coming with the preparation. They just go on asking, do you know what is the thermal engineering? Yes? Yourself, anybody knows thermal engineering here? Today we are talking thermal engineering. Yourself from the back benches? This is how they start. They spend 60 students. You go on asking the same question to 60, half an hour is over. One day I was sitting in the class, that fellow was not knowing that vice chancellor is sitting in the class. He was doing the same welding. Today we talk about welding technology. How many types of welding technologies are there? How many types of welding? You know? Somebody says arc welding, gas welding. Okay, what is the difference between arc welding and gas welding? He is not knowing vice chancellor is sitting here. Because they don't know their own students, whether they belong to the class or not. Then I said, good enough, you spend enough time asking questions, you better start teaching what you know. Okay. I'm sorry, it looks a bit hard, but we have to share the actual fact. Then only we get the solution and work on it. I know probably you also have these memories, but still you respect your teacher. You can ask anything. No, sir. Okay, fine. So you are lucky there. You are lucky there. And I also see students are touching the feet of these teachers. I doubt they really with heart they touch their feet. The way my strategy. This I had touched this feet because otherwise this fellow don't give marks. And here I have seen, in fact probably let me tell you because I really going down and actually see the answer to evaluation by the teacher. They are not evaluating the papers, they are just giving marks. They are not awarding the marks. Just let me share with you, there are two papers have been evaluated by teacher. One problem solved, two students have solved differently, different answers, but both got 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Then I don't know, that is not my subject, but at least I can see the solution are different. But I called the teacher, is very senior professor there. Can you tell me which is correct answer in this? He said, I am sorry sir, this is not my subject, they have forced me to take this. I'm sorry because you are all passed out, you are not our students now. That's why I'm sharing with you.
Sir, we want to do graduation again.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I'm not allowing it to happen this anymore. I'm not going to allow this time you tell when we are all idiots, they are playing with things. So I came here is the environment is we can have the way to at least they guide the students or maybe some other means. You just think of just come forward. I don't believe this only money matters. In fact, I estimated the requirement for university, it has come to, I just sharing with the 575 crores are required to make this university as a standard college. It needs about 225 crores just to build up infrastructure, 200 crores for the equipment. And when I went to the first days, just I wanted to meet all the departments and talk to the department people. It is very unfortunate to see that there is no days to sit a department meeting to conduct it. They don't have enough chairs to sit. I just to maybe words may be slightly different, but it is exactly what they hear, right? Sir, I am so and so, Manoj. I am MTech production engineering student. My GPA is 9.7 till this semester, this third semester. But now it has suddenly become to 8.9 because when I asked, I was supposed to get gold medal, but I am not even getting silver medal now. When I asked my professor so and so, okay, if you are knowing, I can say that the Professor Rana, you know it? Professor Rana, when I asked the Professor Rana, mechanical professor, he told that you will be awarded by these marks by the project, your project external examiner. External examiner has gave you the marks that has come down. Is it right, sir, to give so less marks when I got 9.7 all this semester? Is it the right way to give? How can an examiner evaluate my thesis in 10 minutes? You told me that evaluation should be liberal in the end semester. I never told anybody to be liberal. This can happen. How is it happens? I think he just prolonged it. And he told that I got admission in IIT Hyderabad. You advised me where how to join there. But what I feel is I was very critical in looking at. Let us say he don't like you. He can give a mail to me in your name, isn't it, to disturb me? That also can happen. So what I said is, please see me in my office. Just simple word, please see me in my office. He thought I'm going to talk to all teachers and convert his marks. He came. Why I said this, production, you need to know what subject specialization is. Asked wonderful, you wrote the mail? Yes, I wrote the mail. I said, can you differentiate between elastic limit to proportional limit? The material. He was not going to answer. Do you know what is the difference between brittle to ductile material? You don't have answer. No. Then I asked him, you let us say you have given two specimens, without doing any testing, can you tell which is hotter than the other one? No. I said, you don't deserve even a BTech degree in mechanical engineering. Leave about production and 90%. So I said, why are you expecting this low? I could evaluate you in 2 minutes. Why do you think external can't expect you in 10 minutes? Then I also asked, why are you expecting so many marks? Those are they are all given to everybody. Why not me? These are the words.
That is the point.
And some students are involved in some problems, and we call them to give the apology letters. They don't know write a letter even. They can't give out right letter structure. They don't know spellings of simple words. H-E-R-E here, H-E-A-R here. Difference they don't know. What I am trying to say is, that's why I said at the beginning, I put up in a very complex situation. One side artificial infrastructure, second side your academic regulations, third time disciplining of your teachers, right? Then of course when they have any sort of a disturbance in the class, teachers can't control them, they have no role on it. If let us say the fan is not functioning in the class, students say fan is not functioning, he says write a letter to vice chancellor. And again they tell faculty, sir, I can't put up my switchboard. I written 200 letters to PAC electrical. They are not doing it. I said, why you write 200 letters? 200 pages are waste. Can't you ask your colleague, can you help me this switchboard to come? So this bureaucracy and unnecessary go on telling that this fellow is not there, this fellow is not there. And among their own seniors, because I want to share with you. Seniors are there. There are, let us say, all these people are all professors of mechanical engineering. At one branch, I don't mean to say mechanical alone, because I know many are mechanical here. But I don't refer to mechanical. One branch. And she thinks she is expert in one area, he thinks he is the other, but she don't recognize you as expert. And you don't recognize him. And for your information, no university in the country or in the world will be recognized by one person. It will be by a group. This group is there in mechanical that functions one's area. This group is there in electrical, that's why it is called. So unless you acknowledge each other, how can you make groups strong? How can you lead your juniors sitting behind you, that what culture you are transferring to your young teachers? Students also, let us say, he evaluated a paper and students are failed. And he says that if I evaluated, you would have passed. What is the message you are carrying on? So I am in the process of making, actually on 11th, 9 till 9 o'clock I was addressing the teachers to be united, be respect each other, work together, know each other. Junior staff don't care seniors because they themselves are not in good condition. No? You should also guide them. Then only the youngsters will respect you. So they don't know each other. They can't face each other, or they're just living like aliens in their own campus. So I thought, let them have this interaction to go on, have the expression happen. So this is where, maybe they put a lot of stress and all that, just living in a very comfortable way, nobody is taking it. And they form probably, odd man out, coming to this fellow, I don't have any job, who are coming into campus, doing this, all this. That's different aspect. But let me conclude that I have right now a number of challenges. Infrastructure, culture in the teachers, regulating the regulations properly. Some alumni, I remember, over 56 students have been year back this year. Some alumni, I don't remember, he came on web, asking that, can't you change this regulation so that all will pass? They were asking me on a web. The students who are failed, they always arrange some web conversation on the screen. And the alumni was asking, sir, we are the persons who wrote the, what you call, your act and the statutes. Why can't you change the regulations so that all will pass? I said, right now I think our system is very poor. If you make further poor, they need not have any examinations. And another point is, same way the teachers have their own role. If I like a student, he gets marks. No. Teachers should be impartial. So let me now conclude that I have the challenges. I am working on that. I am decided not to go back home. I love taking challenges, and I am not going to leave till I complete this job. In the sense, I took over charge on 30th of November 2014. So 30th November is some time for me because I always I joined into my teaching profession in 30th November 1985. Mother has this, and 30th November 2017, I go to book my flight to my Hyderabad. Till then, what all I can do, I will do it. And I appreciate all your alumni, your friends. And you decide what you can do it. These are all, I just told you what the situation in campus. And I don't think money matters anyway. Money is not the matter. Of course, you are making it, welcome. But all you are providing some sort of infrastructure side. I can promise you if something is coming up, I will name, in the name of your own alumni, that is, let us say, whatever you are, Western Orissa, Bulla Engineers or anything. You put with that name only, you acknowledge. That much I can tell you. And it can be any number of fonts, like you can be providing contacts with the, what you call the e-conversation, the students, or have sometimes coming and addressing the students. And even the help with the faculty. That also could be done. It is not just a, don't think everything can be counted in terms of money. I came here because of the high risk disease. As I said, 9 o'clock actually I was there. In the early morning time, I got into my car to come over here. I reached here yesterday night, 8 o'clock. That was the travel time took me. Of course, tomorrow I will be leaving. Again, from 16th, I have to go to Kochi. The TCS, technical education heads meeting is there. Again, I will be coming back, but I am more focusing on this NAC visit because that has to recognize. But to that, first I need to culture my own system here. When the NAC comes, they will say, oh, nothing will be there here. They are saying nothing is available. What is the procedure you are doing? First, I need to educate them. Everybody should know what is going on. And they should know what to call the NAC is coming. That also I need to tell them. And of course, I found a lot of positive signals are coming up. People are happy to work now. And they start realizing that we can do some changes in Bulla. Bulla is nothing that we can't be doing. We can do something. And we have started doing it. So with this, thank you all for inviting me here. Please enjoy yourself.
Thank you so much, sir. Mother said I was actually taken back to the college point. I very well remember how because I'm 2014 batch pass out, I can very well imagine and understand what all the sir was saying, talking about. I remember we were sharing three to four people, 3 to 4 girls, we share a single bench. We do not have fans in the classrooms anymore. I had my degree from electrical engineering. I know how the labs are, how much equipment we have, and everyone says to be a team player. Yeah, be a team player when the number of members in the team are 7 to 8, and you just have few wires to connect. You have to fight for wires. You have to learn for the circuit diagrams. You have to fight just to connect to the faculty. Even connecting to the faculty is a big thing in Bulla. They are so much. They are like bullies. Forget about seniors. Faculty are bullies. So we are really lucky to have a vice chancellor like him, and I sincerely hope that Bulla makes the most out of him. And we as alumni, if we are strong, then definitely our coming generations will be strong as well. And with this, we have few members of 2015 batch here. There are three people, Abhishek Patnaik and can you please stand up? Where are they? 2015 batch. Since they are the youngest members here, I would like to welcome all of them over here. Can you have a brief introduction, please?
Mechanical. Now I am working as a food engineer and
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Abhishek Patnaik, I'm after graduation from computer science, and now I'm a software engineer in
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I feel very privileged when I stand between a crowd which is so rich in diversity and such an experienced crowd. This is the first alumni meet that I'm attending. I was really eager when Jyoti Prakash Bhai contacted me, saying that we're organizing an alumni meet where it will have seniors from 91 batch, from 89 batch, and 81 is also 81, exactly. I can't even imagine. I was correct. 1980. Sorry. I was not even born in 91 when Sanjay sir passed out.
But this time you're the first time you're attending it.
Yeah, it's the first time that we are attending the alumni meet, and I was there on the final year of my graduation when Dr. I covered in Dr. College. That was a little hope that something is going to change after a long period of time, because 3 years into the college we hadn't seen any change. So there was a slight glimmer of hope when Sir joined, and let's see that his plans and visions materialize. We'll be more than happy to see that. Thank you. And I forgot about my introduction. My name is Tilak Naik. I have joined Accenture as the software engineer. Thank you.
just one more line, one quick question. Most of us are saying that we passed out the 1991. That's bad. That's that we graduated in this year. So that sounds
Very true. Anyways, next year you people are going to organize these things, so better implement these things. Yeah.
They're more experienced.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy. I think most of us, who belong to probably another generation, had seen a very different UC. We had a maths professor, Professor Ramaswamy, if I remember. Yes. He would come to the class and he would take a look at the student, and at that time bracket used to be 65, only 65 people in a batch. Mechanical was 65, electrical 65, that kind of number. Civil had 40, and he would come, he would look at the class, just take a look from left to right, along the eye, and then Ganesh, hi, and along the eye, and then he would say, oh, okay, Vansi not there, Tiffin not there, this not there. Are you guys here? So 3 absence, 60%. That's the kind of props we had. We would not miss a single class when I was 50 or 3 or 4. Those were the days. And similar things in mechanical, civil, and electronics. So, sir, this is our promise to you in whatever way we can. if VSB can play a role in restoring that glory and that kind of culture in the institution, and if you need and in whatever way we can help you in establishing that, we are ready. We are ready. Thank you so much. And so friends, you just take a minute. Promoter of this resort where we are having this alumni meet is a person who's courteous enough to come here, and he wants to say something, do something for the institution. Incidentally, he is a alumnus from GM College Sambalpur, and now he proposes. So please welcome.
I welcome you all to Crystal County Resort. This is just to wish Mr. Gupta on his birthday today. He's worked very hard in organizing this entire event, so we are giving him a complimentary stay here. Thank you so much for being here. I'm around in case you all need anything. My team is there. And anyway, I can help, please help. Thank you so much.
Thanks to all of you who have made into this space. Special thanks to Dr. Reddy to have made it and brought issues that we all alumni would like to know about what is happening in this university. So we had a small thought in our mind. We'd always like to visit back our campus and see how are things happening there, which is almost impossible for most of us, which means Burla, seeing how things are happening. So we had an idea of connecting to the students back at campus. They are sitting in the new seminar hall that was also donated by Alumni Association. So we'll take this situation as a platform to have an interaction between both the parties. So we'll take the mic to whoever wants to ask anything specific, that how is Bulu doing, how is our library functioning, how your special people who have made your life special back at campus days. So they can update. So we have also with us Professor Dr. P. Navla, who is also taking care of training placements and student welfare activities.
So we have to disconnect it is not working, and then we continue with the agenda of the meeting. So this our esteemed with us we have our esteemed Vice Chancellor sir and our alumni members, alumni family.
Silence, please. Please.
What
keep
we
the
will do
silence. That is the first respect. We should give something is going on, please.
Okay. What we are gathered here, the ongoing student and the passed out student, the alumni. Now the format what we are taking is we will have 3 questions from you, and then we will try to answer as much we can. So Manika, you can start. I think Dr. P. Nanda can have a contact word, and then we will start.
Audio take it on phone, video let it audio from
We have done several trials for this, and it didn't work that time.
Don't worry. It is working perfect. It is working perfect. Okay. सब engineer बैठा है. All engineer. That audio will take it. That audio will take it
on phone.
And this is the first time where we are trying to connect with the college in a alumni meet.
Stress मत करना भाई, ये उसका
This is long. Pick up the call. Phone call, yes, and don't disconnect it. Not disconnect the call. Jyoti is trying to call you. Yes, do not disconnect the call. What we have done is we have connected the phone with the audio system here. Because we cannot hear you on Skype. Do not disconnect the call. No, don't. You connect this with your speaker, right? Do not disconnect this call. Okay? Connect your phone. Connect your phone Nanda sir, we can hear you. Now is the audio working fine? Now is the audio working fine at your end?
Hello.
Yes. Is the audio working fine at your end? We can hear you, Monica. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Audio is working fine. Can you hear us?
I'm not watching.
Can you hear us? Monica, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then we do it this way. You have your questions. You have your questions. What I'll do, I'll repeat your question for the clarity of the audience. And then the comment will be answered. For this session, we will have, because of the time and all those reasons, we will have only 3 questions from your end. Okay?
Monica, is it okay? Monica, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes,
But I'm calling from another mobile.
No, it is okay. That is okay. Can you hear us? Monica, can you hear us?
Hi, I can hear you now.
Okay, ask the question now. Ask the question now.
Okay. What are the developments that can be expected in the near future? That is the topic. Okay. The first point is that student alumni interaction program. The points are common online interaction platforms plus program for students and alumni for discussion on trending topics. And next point is alumni career guidance and counseling program. And next point is weekend webinar program from alumni on various topics of interest. This program can increase the knowledge in different trends in technology, from industry, GRE, CAT, etc. And the session will be uploaded in YouTube channel.
Okay.
So the point which I have made, how the alumni can help us in this regard.
Okay.
Sir, any quick answers? He's proposing that to foster alumni interaction with the college students on career guidance or topics of interest. Students from university will put topics over online or any forum that we have, and then we have to devise a modality in which we will get connected to people out there in university. Am I right, Srikanth? So any suggestion on this as a response to the proposal? Yes. You speak from here. We'll repeat it.
I'm calling from another mobile number.
Don't disconnect. Why you are disconnecting?
Kids. You can go ahead.
Just a quick announcement, all the kids and the spouses, you can send to the ground floor. We have a special something arranged for them. Let only the alumni stay for the
Ladies and kids. Yeah, please. Yeah, that's
I can see a screen.
But specific alumni, what I can do for you is if you want to get connected or get any specific help, okay, related to projects or related to guidance, I think there where alumni can come in. Okay. And what I strongly believe is that, being in Buka, when we were there particularly, we were not that much connected to the world. But now I think that is not anymore a concern. Okay, you all are connected the way we are connected here in Mumbai or any part of the geography. Okay, so you are feel free to connect to, I think, everyone here. Okay, and we will definitely try our best to
provide whatever you want to ask.
This was Mr. Kundan Das from basically what he re-emphasizes, there is no restriction from the alumni side out from Bombay and Pune chapter in any of the topics, be it career guidance, what you specifically asked, be it topics of interest that you specifically asked. There is no restriction that we all will have or feel constrained to be. Feel free to get in touch with anybody out here in Bombay Pune chapter.
I should say it is not only alumni.
Okay.
They can connect to anyone. Okay.
Yeah. So going forward, it is a word of advice that when you seek something specific, don't restrict yourself only to alumni. You can pick and choose the resource available all across, and then if you are feeling stuck somewhere, if you are feeling that yes, in this particular area of interest that I need to connect to alumni, then feel free to connect. What Mr. Kundan has proposed is social network is something we all are available in. In case you need a specific forum, we are in process of creating a forum wherein the interaction flow will be very specific and structured. As soon as we have this in place, I guess all your queries regarding guidance and topics of interest should be covered, right? Stay with me. I'm with Mr. Ashar Sahar from batch of 1989. He's with Helen.
I think what students are looking for specific mechanisms to connect with alumni. So I think general purpose guidance would not help. So I would strongly suggest the head of training and placement to create a short list of topics on which they could connect the student with the alumni. There is a very good technology right now in practice which is called webinar. Recently the World Bank connected with me. I was very pleasantly surprised when they called me and they said, we want you to talk to our people worldwide on a subject. And then I found that they have a webinar series for a particular department in Mumbai. And they gave me a time slot and they said you can either connect from your office, come to our office in Delhi. But when I connected, I found that in 10 or 11 countries at the appointed time, people connected. I could see them physically. In the chat box, they could type the questions. I had a prepared presentation and I spoke and I fielded questions. And I think in a short span of time, around the globe, a lot of people benefited from whatever little I had to bring to the table on a specific subject. But somebody in the university has to make that effort to list out those areas which are of great interest to the students. So if you do that, I think there are two things that we can do. Either we can chip in ourselves and provide that input, or we can talk to our colleagues who may not even be alumni. So if there is somebody senior in L&T who I think would be very useful in talking to our students, I am very happy to reach out to him and request him to have a chat with our students. So request again to summarize to head of training and placement to start a webinar series, work with students, list out the topics where alumni could contribute, and then reach out to people like us, and then we will come back with who would be the faculty that we want to bring in for that webinar. Thank you.
We are having an immediate actionable back when we go back, right? You have to list out. You have to. Right. Great. So yeah, Manika, now I want you to spend with your questionnaire for 5 minutes. Prioritize only one question because we are kind of falling short in time. You have to ask only one question in which you want us to contribute or evolve the modality as just was confirmed, right?
Okay, I will just contact 2 points.
You want 2? Okay, fine. Go ahead, please.
So, the point is University Development Committee, that is, committee comprising of alumni, students, and administrators for continuous development of the university by the administration, supervision, and monitoring by the committee.
Okay. Are you asking us to propose a committee in which students, alumni, and faculties are together?
Yeah.
And what will be the objective?
Objective is to continue development of the university. For example,
Yeah.
complete study, then the development projects which are restricted under this study can be continued without any interruption under this committee.
Okay. Got it. You want a sustained kind of effort which doesn't go from group to group. You want an effort in a structured committee which has listed down its agenda right from the beginning, created a roadmap.
The committee will be comprising of students, alumni, and administration.
Okay.
For example, like that, if any development project is completely funded by alumni,
Okay.
the proceedings can be done and can be monitored by this committee.
Got it. So I'll kind of elucidate what you are thinking. Maybe somebody will come up. What Manikant and team is saying that, yeah, Mr. Sanjay Varga from 1991.
Mr. Mohan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, it's an excellent idea. If there is a committee where we have got the present body of the students and also the alumni, then we can actually discuss the topics, discuss the matter that is actually affecting you, and at the same time, our experienced alumni can actually design an action plan to what is required. Okay, this committee, I think we need to sort out the modalities, like how the committee is going to be formed, and you can the supervision of the university, supervision of the university, or any other body. We need to sort out this modalities, but I'm sure it's entirely possible. And once this thing materializes, the results should be wonderful.
So your point two puts the effort back on our side. Maybe we will get in touch with university. Dr. Reddy here, he will put his view.
In fact, even for the alumni sitting here, any policy development that are taking place in the university development, we constituted a committee, called University Committee for Perspective Planning. Which includes the senior deans, few heads of departments, and when you take the proposals, maybe they are sending the proposals to the government. Currently, what we are practice was, they send 20 crores proposals from one department, randomly going to the government. So we made this committee will go through the proposals, we see which is priority for the university, how to go about it. So this is going on. Any proposal that comes from any corner of the, they have to come and explain why what is the importance of that before this committee. Probably what they are like asking, we can incorporate a couple of alumni into this committee. So it is already existing, it is functioning now. It is not discrete decision of exams that has been taken at developmental stage. There is the body that is taking the what to go, what is priority. Right? So in this way we incorporate the couple of alumni who can come in, not for the namesake, come on the paper. Okay? We will identify them who can come whenever we are conducting meeting. It happens at least 4 times in a year to take the policy. Okay? Then to identify the people who can contribute. One could be the existing alumni, couple of from the seniors who will have the vision and contribute. Yeah. So,
Yeah, stay with me. Let me conclude. So, what Dr. Reddy mentioned that we are having an existing committee which is known as University Committee of Perspective Planning, which takes care of policy-related things, shapes it up, and places it to appropriate authorities as required. What I want you to do is, when you had envisaged the committee you just now mentioned, if there are scopes which are missed out in this policy, the formal policy from the university, we need to sit together and see that within that scope we can always implement. Yeah. Right. Dr. Nanda, any views on this? Sir, let us work out in case students and alumni along joins hand with the already existing committee and creates a platform in which there is a scope exchange between both the parties. If at all it is feasible, we will.
Joining here, not part of the whole system. Two parties only will join hands now.
Okay.
To be part of the team, that's what I was saying.
So yeah, so maybe alumni here needs to be more interactive, and we will join you in the policy process by nominating people from time to time.
The final point is,
Yeah. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
yeah, the point is of view. The point that was extension will come long with training and duration. This would help us to the and the belief that the government training due to the location and the number of meetings that we made like proper meeting reports. We need an extension so that we can compare the
I heard your broken up questions. Maybe I'll come back to Professor Mahanti in a while. What Manikant is proposing, since Burla has a locational disadvantage, can we have a interim facility or infrastructure back at Bhubaneswar or any location which has proved to be an advantageous location and operate from there, right?
Yeah.
So I'll invite proposal, just a personal view. I have heard of a exchange, a transaction between NIT Rourkela and, correct me if I'm wrong, NIT Rourkela and Government of Odisha, wherein some space has been allocated to NIT Rourkela to operate from Bhubaneswar also. So is it is the right understanding?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks for mentioning.
Okay. So I'm with Mr. Ramakant Das from 1989.
These suggestions are good suggestions. I will contact our Bhubaneswar Alumni Association because they are a very strong association, and I think Bhubaneswar Alumni Association they have got a space also. So initially they can also provide you a space. They can also provide you a space, and they have got good number of people available there, and it might be knowing Bhubaneswar Association people also. So I will contact them for this proposal. And of course, I'll ask Dr. Reddy whether he is also, because he is the Vice Chancellor, whether he has got in favor of this idea. So that will be better if you can, there are a lot of people in Bhubaneswar Association, they are also working in state government there. So they can also, like Saurabh rightly said, that NIT Rourkela, they have got some space in, provided by government of Odisha. So you can contact both the association people. They can, we will also extend this idea to them. I know some of my friends there, so I will extend this idea to them, so that they will be also in touch with you, and if you can have a space for your, basically for PRP plus, journey plus department. So I think that is not that, I don't think that will be a very big problem for us to have a space at Bhubaneswar for this particular. So you try to establish a contact with Bhubaneswar Association to Mr.
Professor Mahanti, any specific view? We have been in and around this topic for last 10 years, I guess. We, Dr. Reddy and alumni out here are quite new. Would you like to throw some light on developments?
That's all I'm happy that even from the organized research sector, hopefully it has started with the that and the issues. I just one important suggestion is that from every batch there should be a representative and therefore collect the come from our availability, select the email ID for the and stick to the Ola chapter so that we can immediately with the 1 month of school and time can do it. And for current students it will not be difficult because we can take it think of something like that. And one important development of happened in the last few years which are observed in university. The academic and research are growing daily. Especially, we need to create quality academic and research measures and continuously improve it. Only improve it and not outputting not a contribution of pursuing only. Like our over business committed Dr. Ayodhya to the achieving research. But it should be pursued by the alumni, not by the research of other people. If we cannot physically visit, just visit still we cannot submit petition, online petition of particular stuff. So because definitely not of things. So we will go on an excuse of all these things happen. And slowly everything will happen positively. I hope there is a very bad of the SSUT. And alumni is going to be the Thank you.
Very rightly said, even Dr. Reddy was kind of enlightening us in the state of affairs in the university. Yes, there needs to be a lot of things to be done together, wherein alumni association can chip in and pursue whatever proposals are going to different authorities, whatever projects are coming to our forum by any which way. We will be there to contribute. I guess nobody here will disagree. Just that we need to know, right? Manika, can you pass this message to the broader audience that we need to know what is the proposal, right? Just like Dr. Reddy just now mentioned, we have put forward a proposal of rupees 575 CR to the government of Odisha, and I am damn sure Alumni Association in Bhubaneswar, if they are aware, they will spend their sweat and blood out to at least pursue that where are the things going, what can be done, and what extra can be done from the university side, right? So we need to know what is happening specifically, like this objective thing that Dr. Reddy mentioned, and other specific objectives and projects that are running. So we will chip in wherever possible and contribute being responsible alumni. Yeah. This is the last question. Okay, sorry. Okay, we take your question. Dr. Nanda, we take your question. We have an internal panel discussion following this Skype conference, and this topic is very dear to many of us out here. What specifically we expect from university and what we are not getting, right? So we will brainstorm, we will figure out, and then maybe come back to you through mails or through any which way. We will definitely come back to you on our expectation part. Yeah. No, Malikan, I am very sorry. Actually, he is my, if I am allowed to say, I cannot say no to my junior. So, last question, Malikan. Okay. Sorry, can you please reiterate the question?
I will ask this question. The latest which is going on in India, Make in India, and the government of how it's supporting entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And for some point, and the question is that how organizers are going to benefit the part. Okay.
Also there in our topic. Also there in the topic we are going to discuss. We'll come back. Basically, see, Manikant and respected Dr. Nanda and Dr. Mahanti and all the friends out here. After this Skype conference, we are going to sit back and discuss that in whatever way, in whatever scale, we can contribute to many questions that are coming in mind. As it came to your mind, it comes to us also. we'll come back to you. The basic thing that we will look from this interaction is a structure and a roadmap. So, and then slowly and persistently we need to place the bricks and build what a bigger dream we want to build. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah. We'll come back. Thanks a lot to all of you. I know for your information, they have an exam tomorrow.
Wish all the best.
So we are extending all the best wishes to you, and thanks a lot to have found some time for us out in Mumbai. Thanks a lot.
And we'll ask Sanjay sir and Navakan sir to moderate this very important part, very sweet and important part of this meet. And then maybe we can brainstorm on all the questions that our students have. Over to you, Sanjay sir and Navakan
Now we come to the actually relatively bigger part of the meet, and the questionnaire has been distributed to all the people here, and there are 7 points for brainstorming, and if anybody desires, they can come up with other points for discussion as well. And with this, we have actually decided to go for a panel discussion comprising 8 members. I first invite our respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. Jetty, to the dais.
I now invite Mr. Bhatta Sir. He is head strategy Alumni. He is 1989.
Now I invite Mr. R.K. Singh, who is a senior functionary in ONGC, the biggest exploration business in our country.
Now I request Amrut Bhatt, 1991. He is Vice President HR in Bajaj.
Now I invite Mr. Ganesh Tripathi of 1991 Dash Mechanical, and he is a very senior functionary in Holcim Group, the biggest cement major of the world.
Then I request Premananda Nanda. He is head mechanical engineering, CCED, Muscat.
And incidentally, let me tell you, CCED is a big time oil and gas operator. So we are going to have a lot of input in the oil and gas industry.
Consolidated Contractors Energy Division in Muscat. Then I request Mr. Saroj Mahapatra, 1989 mechanical, and he is Commissioner Income Tax in Mumbai.
And lastly, I invite Mr. Kumar of 2009 batch. Kumar of 2009 batch, right now in TCS, and he has been instrumental in starting this whole function. He is such a self-starter and such a so charged man that if he decides to initiate anything, he can well go ahead. So we want to have him in the panel.
But we want to have a youth experience and technology people as well as people in government who have changed their stream from engineering to say like Saroj Mahapatra to income tax. He has become Commissioner of Income Tax. So we wanted to have a combination of such people, and we can start off.
Before that, just want to tell 2-3 lines. Unlike the earlier times, in these times actually every discipline, all branches are very well connected. It has become very difficult to differentiate between electronics branch and even the metallurgical branch. The metallurgical branch people are even studying more of the electronics things. Somebody studying the somebody designing a composite material for LCA has to know a lot of things across the interdisciplinary domain. And more increasingly, the decision making process increasingly requires the knowledge across the engineering sector, also the non-engineering sector. So a panel of the people coming from the different streams of the economy, different streams of knowledge, I'm sure they can do a very well justice. Over to the panel. And the panel discussions have been moderated by Mr. Ramakanda.
The first discussion point is, I think the paper is all are we connected to the EC and VSSUT at all or not after we came out from our esteemed tournament? I think we also saw some video conferencing with the students. So I think this is also, I don't think that how many associations have been, alumni associations have been formed outside Odisha, because definitely we have done it in Western India, but how many associations have been formed outside Odisha? And this is also, I definitely compliment Naveen and other our guys here who have really done this a wonderful thing, having a video conferencing with the students. So this is really the real connection. We have started connecting. So anyway, the panel members also can throw their light up any questions or anything can be said through writing also from this question. I think this will be basically answered. The panel may answer this. Because the thing is, probably we may not able to say about any association outside Odisha except this association. We are not fully aware. We have heard, but we are not fully aware how far they have been established, except our Bhubaneswar association. So, of course, if anybody has got any knowledge of, maybe Professor Reddy have any knowledge about any association, and the specific thing is how we are connected. At all, whether we are connected at all and enough after we came out from our esteemed alma mater.
We know that in Orissa quite a few associations are active. In Bugla, in Bhubaneswar, especially in some of the industries which are there, like SAIL Rourkela is a very good association. In Nalco is a very good association. But I guess outside outside Orissa, in a structured manner, there is a first sector association. Although people do meet, I mean, there are meets in NCR that we get to know about on WhatsApp or in some of our social networking sites. But those things are more social in nature, get together in nature, but not structured in a way that we give back something to the alma mater. I think in today's discussion, and especially the way it came from the students, is they are actually looking for some kind of a platform, some kind of a forum through which they can connect. I remember about 3 years back, somebody spoke to me from the college. I don't know if any of those people are here. Somebody spoke to me from the college for their cultural festival, and they wanted some sponsorship. So I did something in my individual capacity, but with that, once again, there was no follow-up. Nor did I follow. I'm guilty, and nor did they follow. For example, the contact was not passed on to the next batch or to the DNP department. That if there is an alumnus who's ready to do something on his own behalf, perhaps for internships, for placements, for mentoring, for career guidance, for certain other things, we should reach out. So I guess many of these things are mutual. We need to extend ourselves, being elder brothers of the students who are there, and we need to extend ourselves because it's also our alma mater. And from what Dr. Reddy said in the morning today, I think there's a lot that we have to chip in for. So main thing in my mind is to establish a mechanism. Like some of them said that let there be a forum, whether it is like Professor Reddy, Dr. Reddy said that there is already a committee for perspective planning.
but that committee is like an official body, and that committee will probably take up lots of things which are in the policy domain, in the infrastructure domain, in the curriculum domain. That committee is not likely, or perhaps the mandate of the committee is not to get into maybe smaller issues which affect students in a day-to-day business, whether it's on career and like some support. Maybe it will. I'm not sure. But if there is a platform, whether it is social media based or whether it is email based or whatever, or real societies like WISB, where students know that if they have an issue, like the webinar suggestion from Atal Bhai, that these are our issues, they bounce to that platform or into that forum. In the forum, there are representatives from each batch who anyway carry the contact of their various batchmates, etc. And the moment a question is received, it is flashed out to the larger public, and then people respond from there. And the question could be from career to cultural meet. Question can be anything. The question could be, I'm just visiting this town and I don't have a place to stay. So suppose let's say a group of Urla engineers pass out next year, and they are joining TCS, Infosys, Bajaj, Mercedes, whatever, and they are looking for a place to stay. I mean, maybe we have a hostel, but not necessarily every company has a hostel. So they can reach out to the earlier batch. So there can be a forum which did not restrict itself just to the officiaries, but also help them navigate various challenges in their life. So establishing that forum and creating a structure where there are spokes from each batch, and there is a spok from the college side, and then the forum just integrates them, meshes them together. I think that's the need of the.
A question for Reddy Garu. The core committee that you mentioned, which is existing now, are there the alumni in that committee?
I will address you combined talk to the connectivity of the alumni, and also what you are referring. First of all, to my knowledge, only Bhubaneswar chapter is there in Burla. Other things what our friend is mentioning, I am not aware of it. And they are also just conduct meeting like this, and as you well said, more like a cultural meet rather than a professional meet. Families meet together. Oh, that should happen. Alumni meet is not just make a business here, but sidewise 20% of it I should allocate it for what you want to do it. That's fine. But I appreciate the efforts of alumni. Whenever we are approaching them, they are there. Coming to some discussion, they are mentioning the proposal what they sent to the government. It is already been discussed in the Board of Management where number of alumni are their members. They know it very well. So, and also whenever we forum like this, I am informing this is what they sent. That is the following up, that's what I was referring, not the money that I am expecting from you. How, wherever there is a platform, put forward the proposal of this university to come out. Now coming to the point of university committee for perspective planning. Its job is not academics. We have the academic senate is there with these about academics, syllabus or academic regulations. This is mainly meant for perspective planning of the university. Why this has been constituted is, if some department proposes something, university comes to vice chancellor and he puts up in the board of management, and whether they give or not, don't know. Sometimes vice chancellor wants some proposal to come. Whoever knows it, they use it, the book is going to the government. So what I felt, which has actually worked very well in my university back home, let the proposals come in. Let this body look in which is important to this university, which is not. Not the decided. The persons who are proposing has to give a PowerPoint presentation explaining why it is required, essential for that. So this is mainly for the infrastructure, academic, any master plan of the university that is being discussed. In academic setting, we have students already in the body. Like that, I would say a couple of students can be incorporated. Like our board of management, we have alumni as a official members there. Same way we can have these members there to discuss on. Now coming to the day-to-day work problems of the hostel or anything else, there is a different structured body there. Hospital in our university that if the hostel problems are there, they come to the warden and the institute welfare. They can present to that. And in fact, in fact, my personal mobile number is also there on the website. They can call me anytime in the midnight. Many times our faculty are not approachable, but I am approachable to students on phone. Okay? So they can always communicate. I don't think there is a very specific platform that they need to have a group, we shake hand. Shake hand will happen with two different parties. If you think you are part of the university, you do not shake hand with administration. Do you shake hand with administration? You are part. Everybody is a right to have it. You should be a part of the system. If at all you want to, let's have one maybe existing student and one or two can be alumni from outside. So that in the discussion they participate. Not that we decide something and alumni says, no, not this is our thing. It's not that. You should have a voice in the meeting. So that's what I was mentioning. We will be happy to accommodate, let them propose it. Let the student welfare himself suggest it, that the students be available to them. We accommodate. There is nothing like a structured one. This I created. No government has created or university has created. My thought of where that policy should go in a proper way, so that everybody should satisfy what we are doing is right.
Sir, more specifically, as I understand, the alumni are actually not involved in the strategic decision making of the university, right? At this point of time, nobody. So, can there be a process, well ratified process by the government, by which alumni can be part of the strategic decision making process, not only the day-to-day matters relating to hostel, no day-to-day matters.
Okay. No, this is what you already alumni is placed in the board of management. That is the policy maker. If the members in the board of management, highest body of the university, it takes the policy decisions, including appointment of the faculty and all. That's the body where we get approved. There we have a place for alumni. The two alumni will be there. Right? Now, this part, what I am telling you, another point is board of management, they are all blindfolded. Whatever university proposes, they approve it, keeping the respect on the university proposals.
Yeah.
But this proposal should be very genuine. For that sake, I created this university committee for perspective planning. Whatever VC thing, let us say, a professor of civil engineering, I am supposing 10 crores for civil engineering, 1 crore for remaining department. No, it should not happen. Isn't it? That's why we said uniform decision has to go on. This is whatever this university committee for perspective planning is proposing, that directly going to the board of management. So in this place, the students can involve, share suggestions what it goes. Right?
The student body as well as the alumni body.
Pardon?
Student
I mean, but alumni is not, let me also mention, the alumni, they are very enthusiastic in having their names, but not in action. Let me sorry to say this. Because they are not attending the board of management meeting. Somebody who has no job at all, relaxing, if a time permits, he attends it.
Okay, if at all the situation changes
No. Even now it is happening. Even now it is happening, let me also mention. If you are proposing the people, they should actively participate, whatever the hell it goes on. Come there and try to make it out. Okay? Such people only propose it. It's not the old phrase, go ahead, is important. It is the activity is important for me. Thank you.
The second question more or less discussed that what the students study, what they think, and that they are some fear or some tomorrow. Students would have participated basically. We are all alumni. But then some of the recent meets that we had.
Gentlemen, I'm just trying to add here that probably a group of students would have added value to this point.
Hello everyone, I am 2013 pass. Okay, that's not the main thing. Whatever, I'm proposing from the students' side. So, what I'm saying is that there should be a very powerful student union. That's very lacking in our college. Student union. Yes, it used to be there. Even I had a chat with Satyabrata sir. Yeah. So he said that the students, they were the most powerful, the smartest persons in there, and nobody used to even talk to them, or they used to fear them. And now it has been totally opposite. And I don't say that it is wrong or something, but there should be a balance everywhere. So that's what I'm saying, and I don't think that that is happening.
Okay.
Because
Any other point from the student?
no, for now, no.
What you mean is, what is the grievance redressal mechanism for the students? So in every organization, there will be a grievance redressal mechanism. What is the mechanism there for every student cannot approach the VC for every small thing? What you mean that there will be a student council or a student union kind of body to whom they can represent their problems, and they in turn can take up with the management. That is the essence of it.
Okay. We will come back to this point because my experience on unions are pretty different from the unions that we have in India. From a perspective that I would tell that I have seen unions to be very, very cooperative with the management. Yeah. Yeah. But then there have been unions right now across India. Many of them are more destructive rather than constructive. So these are personal experiences as to what kind of points that you have handled. Is it an industrial relation? Is it a career orientation, or it's just passing the backbenchers? Anything could crop up. So this is a political question. Probably I would ask Dr. Reddy to address this as to how that is being addressed in the college right now. But recently I had an opportunity to interact with the students of the college. I visited there personally. And the biggest question they had was the insecurity relating to jobs. That's probably the area where they are looking for strengthening the relationship. The basic requirement by virtue of our society being one of the weakest in finance, most of the children that participate in our colleges are from average families, and most of them definitely would look for a placement. We faced almost 3-4 questions in different forms of the other, and all boiled down to this. Therefore, the first question which has gone as, are we connected to UC VSSUT? Essentially, I interpret that in terms of our professional connect with the college. I personally would say that I have visited only 4 times, participated twice in alumni and meet. And what Dr. Reddy told, I really believe in that, is that this is a cultural gathering of the people who have passed out from Engineering College. And it serves a bit of brainstorming during the process of interaction. But then the outcome of the meetings have not been so significant in the last few years of our lives. Unless otherwise we define that we are personally responsible to mitigate certain problems of the college, I do not feel that a group could address this. Each person, for example, Western Orissa Pura engineers probably decides that they will help out the college in terms of, let us say, recruitment. That's the glaring thing that the children are looking for, getting help. So let's say we decide that 3 or 4 of us, we define that, okay, we will have to shoulder this responsibility. Unless otherwise we have responsibility shouldered on us, we just can advise to a lot of extent because of our rich experiences. But I somehow don't believe that it would help in creating certain job prospects. So that there should be a lot of improvement. So,
Okay. As Sir rightly said, that we have to shoulder the responsibility and to solve the problem. Okay. Yes, yes. It is too short, we concluded, and but big job is behind.
what is that?
A big job is there to really materialize what you said. And can we go a little more into that? Like we have to prepare the students for that. Suppose somebody want to join my organization. I may not be in the group, but okay, that group can tell me, okay, my friend, can you put 3 people in your company? Okay, my company standard is very high. So from Burla, can I take those students? Okay. And that group, which is working, taking the responsibility, should prepare the students with the help of Vice Chancellor or the responsible people in the college, like Professor Nanda. So these teams should work together, all these concerns of where we want to push the students. Okay, now the job gets bigger. We need fund, we need to bring out the students, prepare for them. At the same time, we have to brand our institution with the company itself, so job gets bigger. How we are going to address to this? Money is involved. Okay, we will fund the money. Is there any legal framework? Okay, somebody will pay the money. What is the return for that? Any welfare for that person? Like Dr. Reddy said, I will put a milestone or name of the alumni who is going to fund them. So, okay, that will be too, okay, he gave a road ahead, but we have to decide how to make a legal framework so that alumni will be contributing, because money, at the end of the day, we need money to prepare our students. That's it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, sir, if you can elaborate on it.
I would like to add a little bit, I feel a little bit passionately about it. Because wherever I go, and I'm a quite senior position and I hire and I'm there on strategic boards, I find everybody pulling their college guys. You know, when one guy goes and meets his own college guy, they only talk about the college. The business happens automatically. And sometimes the business is not discussed. वो बाद में phone करके SMS करके कह रहा है, I came for this thing. You see what you can do. Tell me what I need to do to get it done. And somewhere we have 2-3 critical problems. And I put it problems. I think I usually don't use the word problems. Whenever you speak to anybody, he doesn't want to go to Burla. It's a 3-day trip. I have not gone to Burla yet because of that. Even Odisha is a 1-day trip and it's quite expensive. Second thing is, all of us want to do, we don't have a way to tell or pass on to somebody responsible that there is an opportunity here. And I personally feel after listening to Professor that maybe we will hesitate after this. No, does he know what is brittle and ductile? I mean that. So I think somewhere we can write theories on it even after 25 years of learning it. So I think as a roadmap, and we can go on this, and everybody feels passionately. Everybody knows. I think everybody here knows, and I just wanted to verbalize it. I think first thing as an alumni, what we should do is we should list out which companies we are, and can we help? Can we help passing the name of the company, the people who will pass out to the HR, and what strength we have there. So can I force my HR to give or to invite that he will at least see the students? Or can I ask resumes and park people name? Does he go to Calcutta? Can I get our boys from Bhubaneswar, from Burla to go to Calcutta? Does he go to Bhubaneswar? Can I organize something like that? So what is it that we can contribute within our time? I see all of us have issue with time. Some of us go home you can't tell us to come to Pune. I won't come to Pune. If you ask me anything about my time, I will not give you anything. Because I don't have time for myself, I would rather spend that time with the family. So in this framework, I think first is we need to list out where we are and are we in a position. Whether it is by approaching our own colleges, our own companies, or whether it is that we understand this business and this career and we would like to say, tell people what is there in oil and gas. And for an interview in oil and gas, what is it you need to prepare and what are the likely jobs? It's just a matter of half an hour every year from now on, or 1 hour every year, to tell them that this is the thing and this is what you need to prepare 6 months in advance, so that when they apply for that, they are better prepared than everybody else. Third thing is, I think definitely out of Burla, when you come into the corporate world, there's a big language barrier. Many of us come from impoverished backgrounds there. Language is a very big problem. Fortunately, I've been government educated and I still manage. There has to be something which we can maybe guide by webinars or maybe sponsor English training courses there. I think the language is going to be a big differentiator in confidence. People know what they just think in Oriya. I always tell that we've got brilliant minds. The mathematics in Orissa is great. It's just that it is in Oriya. And that language can only come by practice, support, or training. And somewhere we have to contribute. That we can contribute both as time, if you want, or as sponsoring something there, which has to happen. Third is, if all of us get to know there is an engineering job where we may be in our firm or not, if you pass it on to somebody relevant in the college and tell them whom to connect, and whether we would like our name to be there in the CC and whether they can use our reference matters. A lot of us are in really position of privilege. We have put a lot of hard work, but there is also a foundation which is done for us. If we can pull and build a network, I believe that it's not a job of today. In maybe 3 years or 4 years from now, we all will be proud that everybody will be pulling each other. I think that model has to start being built. So I think first is listing where we are and can we help and in what way in this job creation. Or offering our time to tell that this career, I will tell you how to prepare. Or I will tell my junior who will tell you what is the job role, what is the... I find in engineering we don't know, if my dad would have better friends, I would never become an engineer. I just think that commerce or economics would have given me a better platform to perform in life. Thankfully, engineering opened my mind and I still use a lot of those things and I'm still capable. What he needs, he doesn't know. Many of them will go out of engineering and do something else. He needs to talk to somebody and we need to help him. And there are a lot of HR professionals who can maybe structure these thoughts into a road ahead. Sorry, it's taking too long.
I think excellent thought, and I think nobody can disagree with what you said. So let me share some experiences, personal experiences. First of all, there is no appreciation, or very little appreciation. That alumni is a very valuable resource and a very important stakeholder. When I went to Burla, I thought people probably would realize. When I landed there, I came back with a feeling that regardless of what you might hear, in this place, people do not think that there is a very powerful set of people sitting out there who can help. So, all of us want to contribute, but there is no structure. And we all have pretty hectic day job, plenty of stuff to do. We are all willing to help physically, financially, in terms of connect, wisdom, whatever we bring to the table. But there has to be a pull from the college. Necessarily, that structure must reside in his office and the office of training and placement head. I must say I was extremely disappointed to read the training and placement head. There is no sense of marketing. In this world, when you try and go and market yourself, there is no concept. People are not realizing that they are becoming a dinosaur in today's environment. Even private engineering colleges are going ahead, they are also improving the content. And in this world, as you and I know probably, the content matters, but what also matters is how you present it. Packaging. There our dear college is lacking, not only lacking, but there is not even an appreciation that we have fallen far behind. So I think the onus is well and truly on the management of the university, on the people in training and placement,
to really apply themselves. In my previous role as CEO of Vedanta business, one of the businesses, I came back and I asked my head of HR in Jharsuguda, I said, do you go to Burla College? He said, sir, no, but we don't go there. Why don't you go? So okay, I'll check and come back to you. And then they have some categorization where it was not figuring in the top bunch of colleges. So I encouraged them to take a relook. I said, I am an alumnus of that college, and why don't you take a relook and see whether you can. Some students wanted to go and do a site visit. I said the entire Jharsuguda facility, refinery, smelters, 3,600 megawatt power plant, anything you want to go and see, any time, any number of visits, I will facilitate. I found that the head of training and placement was not willing to pick up the phone and talk to the head of HR. I was sitting in corporate office, asking him to receive a call. This guy was encouraging junior most people in the college, students, to speak of head of HR of a multi-billion-dollar business. This is just not done. So people have to understand and appreciate, and I think we can keep on having these meetings and discussions. But the fact, Dr. Reddy, that you deal with and you now have a very powerful set of alumni, and we have a vested interest in your improvement. And I'm sorry to say that you are new to this college, and we are very proud of the legacy of that institution. First government college in Odisha, whole range of technocrats that has thrown up worldwide. You can go to any country, you can find alumnus. And I'm very sorry to hear what you have to say, honestly. I can't remember a faculty not turning up on time in our time. Absolutely. 8 o'clock means 8 o'clock, you would be late, but the faculty would never be late. 100%. And what I'm hearing from you is really shocking, very painful. And I think the ball is well and truly in your court and the court of the training and placement department. Please tell them that if you do not improve, you will perish. That day is not far off when an average, even a low income group guy will not send students to your college. When I went there last time, I found that time has stood still. For all practical.
But I have a question, why do you think that the person who is holding such a responsible position, okay, he is not responding, where his job is actually to respond and facilitate the entire process? What is his main concern? Is it, sorry to say, it's more of a lethargic approach, or he's not concerned to the responsibility that he has taken up?
So some of the answers have already been given by Vice Chancellor speech. And the whole inefficiency that pervades in our system is very much reflected. He's got a task on his hand. There are alumni willing to help, but I think if people don't reform, we will not be able to contribute.
Absolutely, private colleges are much more proactive nowadays.
Okay, I will answer to you.
I also feel that if we send wrong guys to my company twice, they will come back and tell me, am I with empty? They will come and tell me, sir, you're wasting my time. You are telling me I go 5 times. But after that, don't expect that I will give you 5 recruits in 1 month. So that's also a double-edged sword. So somewhere this college also has to ensure that good candidates get a chance.
Okay. So, seniors have said many. So, his answer is a very good question. This college has never acknowledged the passion and the effort. Okay, I'm there in the morning 8 o'clock. 30th, my salary 1.2 lakhs, as you said, it is in my pocket. It will be there. It is his job. If we need to push them out, that acknowledgement. One small example, I am giving. Amitabh Bachchan is dancing at the age of 75. When we are feeling pain to wake up at morning 8 o'clock, why? Because he has the acknowledgement. He has Mercedes, he has everything in his life, but still he wants to dance on the floor with the young guys. Why? It is the acknowledgement. Something has to be given to the guy who puts the best efforts. There has to be rankings. There has to be evaluations. There has to be the accountability. Otherwise, it will not work. And that place has its own geographical problems. Like people don't have outlets, now it is much better. During our time, we have a Bulla market to go over there and have some. Okay, we don't have the place to hand out, but now the situation is improving. But we don't expect from you that some acknowledgement or ranking you incorporate. Okay, that will motivate them. Okay, I think that should be good.
I totally agree with you.
No, I'll put it this way. Do you really think a professor should hold this position of placement?
That's what he's asking. Yeah.
I think that's not done, that's never accepted.
Before he speaks, let me, I'm just remembering. I had a 1 hour session with the training and placement people and I gave a lot of suggestions. One of the things that I got from the market is that many people don't even know that the name of the college has changed. That Burla, the famous Burla Engineering College, it was a strong brand. That you have made as VSSUT. Not many people are aware. Burla used to be a very powerful brand in this country. Really, you have renamed it. So I gave a suggestion. I said, this day and age, there are 500 top companies in India. Please get the vice chancellor to write a letter to the MD of the company and head of HR. That we would like to advise you that we have changed our name, etc. Get it signed properly and send it. Make an electronic brochure and send it to all the CEOs, etc. I said I will provide from CI and FPT the contact details of all the top companies. You will have access to the entire database. I don't think anything happens. So such is the commitment, sir, in your training and placement.
Sir, to just for this point,
Where is the mic?
Reddy sir,
Microphone, maybe after this.
Reddy sir, this question is for you. The Nanda sir, he is the training and placement officer. Apart from training and placement officer, he also is a teacher. He gives classes, right? So, do you think that might be the reason he is not, 100% effective in or he is into a teaching line, so he is not able to take up the training and placement work together? I mean, there is some shortfall, and I also heard that in 1 or 2 years there is always a change in the training placement committee. Only the third year students they interact with the company, they call the company, they visit the company. Then once the job is done, it's only a fresher. They were told to go and meet the company. And is that the problem? Training?
Yeah, I have to say. I don't think training and placement is a full-time job. It's not a part-time job. He's being recruited, like he's not a professor, like I say, dean faculty planning. He's actually a professor, given dean faculty planning, but not dean student welfare, dean faculty training and placement. They are full-time job recruited on its position. He need not take any class. He's taking that's different aspect. But he's not necessary to take class. His job is only training and placement. That is one aspect. Why he is doing, in my opinion, it is not a question of whether management person or anybody. Commitment is very important. Commitment and attitude. Obviously, without capability, nothing can be done. Fine. At least you get trained, get the educated yourself. Nothing is that we need to only have. Probably, I still feel teacher could be there because he has a lot of interaction with the students. The students can feel coming to the. I don't mean I'm not against the management person to be there. It's not like that. How they are responding to that. So I do agree. You are now knowingly or unknowingly you are telling it is a college, right? You are forgetting it is a university now. Because in our bladder system, it has been incorporated. VSSUT College now, right? Many times, many people advise he is a Burla vice chancellor, right? So that's fine. I take requirement. Okay, that's not a idea. Coming to this connectivity of the alumni, I suggest that there should be an alumni association in the college first. In the college first, because I had got my PhD from Nottingham in 1993. Almost every alternate month, I get a mail from alumni association there asking what is your upgrades now, what is your status, how are you, what is your position now, so that they are making their badge updated back home. Who are their alumni, where they are placed. So this alumni should function in the university, that they update your own data and sending the mails to them. And if necessary, somebody is not registered, let it be on the website so that they can register. It's not a money for what you are paying for registration. It is your identity is important. So that can be, I think I will ask the alumni people to start an alumni association. There should be office there. Probably quite few people are teachers or alumni for there in the university. They can lead the team and have the alumni to be there. And coming to this, addressing the companies, I love to do that. There's no problem at all. I don't have any point. And this attitude of sending the students, contacting is there. This is, I do agree, it is not correct. For example, some workshop is going on. A student will come and invite me. Sir, there is some workshop. Not the teacher. I don't understand what is the role. Oh, whether knowingly or unknowingly our junior alumni said, sir, earlier teachers used to afraid of us because we had an association. Now it is reverse. That means why one should afraid of others, first of all. We should love, affection with which we should work. So that means why we should afraid you, why you should afraid us. Is it that we are fighting here in the campus? Right? That environment should not be there. So when I can take the calls, phone calls, midnight at 11 o'clock also take calls, mails. Now I introduce what you call a box is placed, to start with at my office, a suggestion and complaint box. They can drop anything into that. And we fix up the time when it will be open next time. And we will place before the committee and review it, what it is. That we have started, will be extended to each department later. I want to start with my office first. So that there should not be again dead end that it will be dusting all these boxes. I always want to be fresh. So that is one thing we introduce as far as the grievances is concerned. Anyway, my mailbox is always.
But about the acknowledgement part, what we can
Yeah.
do. Training placement. If you do the job, you have this target, then you are acknowledged.
In fact,
I need as a moderator,
yeah.
some people are like somebody from a marketing. That how to be that the world has changed and we really want your students, we have got 6,000 students. You really want your students to perform because everybody just cannot sit and write public sector English, CSU, written test and go for some MTech and I'm audible. That four-sided test is lacking basically. And the output is lacking. So that in the conference they also wanted to have a set of maybe that is also another reason that somebody said that even if the person do not want to go there, do not want to go there. So, sir, if you are not audible, so they were suggesting that have a office, ERP office at Bhubaneswar. I don't think it's a very bad idea. You can think of that and try to get a say. I'm not telling you have to get a academician for this job or a marketing person for this job, but a job with that expertise. Right. That is very important. The job with that expertise. He may be a graduate, but with that expertise, that outlook and that connectivity. First for this. And probably we can think of, I think even government will not deny you. I know IIT Madras, you are writing very. I have also done my MBA at IIT Madras. Every I am an alumni association. They have got 79 associations all over India only, all over world they have got. Every email I used to get, and they are now going to set up at Bhubaneswar, IIT also. So they are also asking because they knew that I was from Bhubaneswar. So they are also asking so many inputs from me. What I can suggest. Okay, so this is not a very bad idea that Gurla, the oldest college, having 50 years, cannot have a small training and placement department at Bhubaneswar. You keep this one under Gurla and let him handle all of them. Select and find out a good expert who has got expertise of this. And who can, and that place is also addressable. And suppose he is telling that the corporate people have to come to Bhubaneswar, nobody will have to come. And any interview, any selection process to be done at Bhubaneswar, I don't think that should be an issue. You can always, they are saying, I don't think government will say no. I think Saroj can also throw some light. And last time, Adar, you remember when we were in Kurla, I think our Vijay Mahavi, he is AG in Chhattisgarh, is our batch. And he was also telling that some 1,000 crores sanction, something was there and it was not utilized. And he was telling something, and nobody has approached me. I can get anything done in the state government if you are really come up with a good proposal. So we can collect that. And as far as the structure is concerned, see, this is the platform. See, some people are telling that it is not that picnic. I can tell you, last year we started, but during this year at least we have set up so many times. We have formed a core committee and show you in the WhatsApp, and we have been working on this. Some 10-15, we cannot gather all 100-200 people every day, every week or every quarter. But some 15-20 people are really working passionately, I can tell you. So first of all, we have to have an identity. That is that is the identity which is set on the 6th December. We have given it. And definitely it will become structured and we will start it. But to my mind that this is something has to go from the college. That window has to be created. Then that window will have that mindset. That mindset will never change
Dr. Reddy, yes, I've got a very important observation. See, basically, in this room, you have an alumnus who is the first designer in this country who has come out of VSSUT, UC Pulla. That's me. And this is from National Institute of Design. Okay? And it pains me. Thank you so much. And I feel proud about it because coming from Urla, I landed in NIT, which was unheard of in any circle in Eastern India, forget about India. Now, what has happened is, after me, Amit Paul and I think Majumdar, they became designers. But when I see the logo, we don't even know what the logo says. So you have a designer, graduate, who belongs to this alma mater, and you haven't approached him. So what it means is that we are not connected. And that's what is paining me a lot. See, basically what happens, we have passed out 25 years back. Now there's no flow that one batch knows the next, then the next. So that flow is cut off. It's thankfully we have all come together. Now, we can interact. So while I was observing all this, I understand that we have got tremendous issues like college not being recognized in the eyes of the people who give out jobs. And we as alumni all over the place, we haven't been able to really, pull people from there. And what Athar said, he went there and found that placement department not working. So beyond these issues, I was just thinking, why don't we just put 5 trust areas, and say these are the areas alumni presence is must, and we work towards it. Like one of them, I think, is support. Support in terms of the mental support when children, like students who are there now, they are facing some problems, they can interact with alumni. Second can be career, which is like what do they want to do next, because basic engineering degree is not sufficient these days. Third is, how do they improve, third is placement maybe, yeah. And 5 areas. So we will put all our energies and see how we can go through this. So we take one thing at a time. Where alumni participation is must. And as far as Viswa is concerned, Urla Engineering College, Visby, right? So I request that guys, I am there, please consult me for the logo design. I mean, you cannot have something which is uncommunicative and not obvious.
The first thing is the branding.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So people is saying.
Yeah, I would like to tell one thing, and thank you so much, Mr. Siddharth Das. 6 months back, when we started to think about what should be the name, we probably took some 20-30 days to decide on the name. After that, we thought, who should design the logo? We actually couldn't get anybody. Till now, the logo has not been designed. Our problem has been solved now. And I'm so happy.
there's one
Sir, as one of my senior was saying, we have got vested interest in our alumni, yes, the college works, the university works, and it earns name. So what I suggest, as sir was saying, that there should be a sense of fear in the faculty that they can perish if they do not teach properly. And that should be done, sir. And why not think of closing down few departments? What I feel is UC has expanded without content, without the proper infrastructure. That may be one of the reason why such deterioration in standard has happened. So think of closing down few departments if they do not perform.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Devi Parida from 1993 batch. I would like to share my experience because many people go from village basically and not from town. Neither they are convent educated. In college, I find in 4 years, neither we have any session with our training placement section for either for this interview preparation or for GD preparation. Nothing has been taught in those 4 years. So in those 4 years, we have come up our own or talking to our students, fellow students, and we have tried ourselves and we have come up in that. But in college, never it has been taught to students how you should prepare for interview to face the world in future. And second thing, in training placement also, many times I find even the alumni is at so many places. We can always place our students for summer training in good places, but that is also not happening because every time we have tried ourselves to get to the some training course in some different places. This can be improved, and in the process, I think students can get ready for the future. Thank you.
Sorry, my name is Siddharth Shankar Rai. I'm also his classmate 93. So one of the things which we are discussing again and again is on the training placement function and how it should do. Just probably take a step back. When we passed out in 93, we hardly had any campus recruitment. I think there were only a couple of guys who were. I think things have improved. What, in my opinion, is that for us, for me who has been working in Pune maybe for the past 8 years and have been traveling, it's very easy to say what are the things that we are speaking about. That we should be doing this or we should be doing that, like you rightly mentioned. But what is important is for that particular function, the training and placement function, to get this exposure. Instead of we suggesting for them to get the right exposure, to get that the kind of insight as to how it should function. I think they can draw the charter on their own. And of course, I agree, I think someone mentioned, it should be very professionally managed. It should not be that, he has some interest in running the training and placement, so we should put him in that position, or he can do a better job. I think it should be professionally managed, like what we have for other functions like HR and quality and all. And definitely, once we have that and they form the base, I think things will definitely improve. So just 2 points.
Let me just give 2 case studies here. Short one. Because I speak at many seminars and conferences. At one such seminar, a lady walked up to me and presented a card and a very nice brochure. And I picked the card and it said University of Petroleum Engineering and Studies. By that time, I didn't know that there is a university like this and all that. And by the name of it, I thought it's a government organization set up by some oil PSU. As it turns out, it's a completely private sector university and all. But then that lady walked up to a dozen odd CEOs, gave her card, presented brochure. She persevered with me for 1 year to come to our campus and deliver the lecture.
Exactly.
I didn't eventually go to Dehradun. But imagine, that university is in Dehradun. And it's almost equivalent to being in Burla. It's so difficult to go there. But the persistence of that lady impressed me so much. And I think that university is doing quite well. Some of our batchmates and what is listening in this. More recently, we are trying to recruit some people from IIMs and ISB. The moment word has gone that we are looking for experienced people who are pursuing 1-year MBA program, you cannot imagine the kind of push that is coming from PNP, both ISB and IIM. Every day I conduct interviews on BC. So Ahmedabad has got excellent BC facility. So candidates just go there and uninterrupted 1 hour session. We connect our people into the location and we are conducting our interviews without the aid of physically going to Ahmedabad or college. So I think 2 things for you coming out. You must have a foothold in Bhubaneswar, please have it. But please improve the technology.
Yes.
You know, it's a big subject. So I don't know whether how much of that 575 crore you plan to invest on improving the technology. Through technology, video conferencing, telepresence, we conduct business now globally. I think you should do likewise in a small level. Second is that you must, if you can't bring in people from outside, they must understand that it's a marketing job. It is not a part-time job or it's not something that they can go back and start taking up. They have to be out in the market at all possible.
Sir, I have a question, suggestion.
Sir, one thing. We are talking about this branding and training investment. This complaint against training investment has been there since 1993 when we were there. Because of the economics was training investment. Subsequently, we became the successor of BPPA. So one thing is, at that time, we were very proud of the quality of our people and the core strength. Okay. So have you defined any core strength of the institution? People are always complaining 2 things. One is location of the institution. Okay. Secondly, we are introvert. Right? We are introvert. The students are introvert and we are at a remote location. So that will remain. I mean, Bulla will be at Bulla. There is no point in complaining about that. So how to mitigate that? How to create a core strength so that like there is institution like PSC Coimbatore, people know it. Like it's like a state government engineering college. Okay. So we need to create very clearly define what is our core strength and start building upon that core strength. Number 1. Number 2, about the entrepreneurship, innovation. What we are doing about that? Are we only studying to get a job? So that type of thought process, why we are not inculcating among the people's mind. So these two things we must work on that. Means our vision, I mean people's vision, the students' vision, we should enlighten them that sky to the limit. Not like that, after passing out 4 years we should get a job, then it's finished. Okay, so that innovation cell, then the entrepreneurship cell. Okay, 1993 one entrepreneurship cell was developed there. I don't know they have got some section of the government of India and one small minibus had come. Okay, we should travel here and there. I think after that it is. So we need to define our core strength. What should be our core strength? In those days, people said Burla Electrical is equivalent to IIT. That was one, people used to say that, right? Like that core strength, you cannot have, many things, many areas, 4, 5 areas where, you will be extended. So define a very, targeted area where you need to build up the core. Thank you.
Thank you, but at the same time we are also running out of time. Almost.
Sir, I have just one. Can you keep it very short?
Yeah, I'll keep it short.
And also because I'm trying to include panelists also to wrap up with also other this thing.
I think all those panelists have not spoken before.
Yeah.
Can you just keep it very short?
Yeah, I'll keep it very short and be very specific. I think I agree to most of the things that are said, and we need to have very clearly defined a few, not get overwhelmed by the whole issue. Set up a few very specific areas, and we say we are going to address it in 6 months, 1 year, and all that. Coming to the improving employability of the students, I am part of corporate talent acquisition, TCS. I worked in business, then moved to HR. And as part of our affirmative action program, I go to remote places in Maharashtra
and run courses on business communication for students of socially and economically backward regions, and I'm sure I can do the same thing from my time for Bulla as well. So it is extremely important that, I mean, I've been doing it for about a year now, because I'm from business and all, so I would be more than willing to do it, but what is extremely important is, as Sir said, the infrastructure and technology needs to upgrade it, distance, all that, those barriers will all go away. I think today's technology enables you to do everything remotely. Of course, physical presence does make a difference. Now, second point is of course, Dr. Reddy. I just had a chat with, before I came to this meet, with my head of recruitment for Eastern India, and I said, I'm going to this meet, tell me what message should I carry, and he said, can we at least have a better engagement and a day one slot at Bulla? You know what number TCS recruits across India, and this year I think we're going to hit about 70,000, 75,000. So if we can get that, I can assure you, sir, every year day one TCS is going to be there to recruit.
I can see that the ideas are actually flying very thick and fast. It's not that the ideas are never there, but the thing is more important than the ideas are the execution and the executability. We are seriously actually running short of time. We would like to have the opinions of all our esteemed panelists. Very quickly, I would just focus on 1-2 points said by Navarun and some other gentlemen. The point was very communicated, very much bluntly communicated when they said that if something is not happening, then you change it. Okay. Actually, that's the point. There is no other way to communicate it. There is no other subtle way to communicate it. I just remember our the proponent of the BPR, there is a business process re-engineering, Michael Hammer and Champi. They say that in some cases you have to go for total overhauling. You actually cannot adopt an approach of the TQ, incremental approach. You cannot do that. You need to overhaul the entire process completely. So because there is so much of the wider gulf between what it is, the status quo, and what it should be, aspirational. So the incremental change and show tortoise kind of speed of progress, I don't think is going to work.
Okay, I think so. Of that and then we continue completely. Okay, because there's no end for go on discussion. Discussion, as rightly pointed out, discussion is different, execution is different. If you say in your own language, I have to remove 70% of the faculty from the university. Can you remove it? It can't be. Oh, now coming to the point, training and placement is a full-time job recruited by committee and all. I can't change it. Okay. Now question is having it can be strengthened, the management people. I can have few more posts created so that they will interact with the people and not to expose the students to get into the matter. Some senior has to respond to that. That I can talk about the placement training. Coming to the alumni, better I feel it should be established one office in the, where they can interact with the people and develop some website and have the people to track off what is happening. I am saying every 2 months they send the mails to everybody, taking updates, so that can be also updated with them. That will inform to the training and placement. These are all our alumni in different places, so that they can effectively use them. And coming to the industry, the institutional, in fact, the entrepreneurship. Already we applied to the DST, entrepreneurship cell to be open. I know they call entrepreneurship coordinator is there, it is only board. Actually, the DST is going to fund it. DST and also the MHRD, they have some skills which they fund it, but we applied to DST. And in fact, I have a vision to go for even the technology business incubator to start with. Next stage is the technology business incubator. I have the ideas, but I can't get all people from America, isn't it here? I have to make use of the people in Gorla to be better. To start with, nothing, as you rightly said, you could go to Dehradun because somebody is persistent. I conducted my faculty recruitment in Gorla. I didn't went to Bhubaneswar. All experts from not just Kharagpur, Delhi, Bombay, PHU, different places, they came here. The way we pursue it, I called personally myself to all the experts to come over here. They came and recruited, and sorry to say that the faculty who were coming, we advertised for 112 posts, but I could pick up only 41 because not good enough. I always feel teachers who are entering into the campus are going to write the history for this university for 30 years to come. I can't have bad elements to enter into the campus. So that was my motto getting into that. We have the things that we are going on. I do agree that parent placement could have been more responsible and respectable way of dealing with things. But as you rightly said, a company boss is calling or even the manager, there is way of responding. So I will look into that matter, how to get it. Removing is not a solution. If I have to remove it, even I should be removed if I am not performing well. Then removal is not a solution. Modification, improvement is the solution. We are believing the people.
Why can't you go for external consultant or a particular company who?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Strengthen the training and placement. And few people recruited even additionally. Maybe you can take a consultant.
Yeah. So who will have responsibility of increasing recruitment? Then only they will be paid on a
No, we can't here. We can't say that. As I rightly said, if you are taking an outside consultant, I can remove him many times. I can't remove a professor from a university, no?
No, but what is right telling is,
Yes, that I do agree.
Capable people in place and the acknowledgement. Then only the company will go up.
Yes. No, that's
the
job.
capable person may become leader, and incapable person with acknowledgement also cannot perform.
Yes.
So two things in place will be.
No, the environment is actually to start with. I am doing that. If something is coming up, probably I myself from my letter I write to the respective faculty, even getting some paper awarded and all. I send letter in respect of who is sending this. That have culture I just maintain to that. So that is going on. But it has to go. I don't say we go with a tortoise speed, but in between we'll be getting into the thing. Okay? Equally, I can't be a rabbit to run now. Because I can run.
Then what we want that is to start working.
No, if I run, I have to take people with me. I have to carry so much of load with me, isn't it? So my speed will get retarded. But as I said, I have the process of changing attitude.
There are a lot of rules. Only you need a person to follow them. This is the business with the.
Yes, that's it. But I do appreciate because the purpose of.
Sir, we will also accept your suggestions. As alumni association at different places, we can also try to improve those matters.
Yes, definitely.
That also can be
Another point
can be
is-
given a task. Can be given a task of maybe improving your people as alumni association. You can suggest something.
It is my job. It is my job to do that. But we will, as a right section, we will appreciate that. And in fact, I will also suggest if some meeting is going on here, if the points are there, please feel free to mail me directly. I just go to my mail. Not official one. I have my email ID, ESLAD1101 gmail.com. Official mail, all my PAs will be opening it. And I don't know how many things are placed before my table, but my personal mail I check. And pass on to that. So we are very happy to respond to that. Thank you. But means you all acknowledge what I talked in the morning. But of course, we need to improve it, and we are improving. We are going with a positive tone. Let me say that infrastructure also is going up. We are constructing 1,000 seated hostel now, additionally. And similarly, mental coverage is started by alumni itself. And few more academic blocks is being added. We are working on. We hope after some time we forget the UCE, we remember VSSUT. Because you need to know, Roorkee University, now IIT Roorkee, they started as Thompson College of Civil Engineering in 1849. Now it is called IIT Roorkee, but it has been their recognition. So it is, I don't say, maybe we may have office at Bhubaneswar, but why not at Gurgaon? You develop your own talent. By just putting a brand that we have excellence in this never work. We should have excellence first. That itself they recognize it. By putting a board that is excellence in electrical, mechanical, nothing, nobody will come here.
Product is what?
Product is first.
But product will be marketed.
That has to be done within. If you feel that the product is good, whether you ask or not, they will come here. That you should make. That rather I am going to
You have to reach out.
Yes, we have to reach out. Equally, we should make your candidate potential. Let us say, my friend may call, give an appointment. If he is not performing, his name will get spoiled, isn't it? And they say that he is also purloined, this will also may be useless. You recruited him. This is what is going to happen. First, we need to have our product properly improved. Then only they will come. So that is what we are working a long way, and we have made a beginning. I hope that you will.
If the product is fine, if my family is there, I can afford it. I will like everything is fine. Why do I need help? But we need help only when I am not up to the mark. Everything is fine. I don't need help.
No, everybody help is required to enhance it.
All the things are improved. They don't need help.
No, they directly help it out. They need a help. Even IT Kanpur, if you don't study, just by brand you get it. IT Kanpur also go out.
Okay, now we have not yet heard from another.
Thank you for giving me opportunity. Just I expect I can empathize with Dr. Reddy. Because I am in government, we know any organization it is just a microcosm of the society. So if there has been decadence in the society, that will be reflected, that will be manifest in that organization also. Now I cannot compare 20 years back, 25 years back, my college was so and so. 20 years back, society also has undergone huge transformation. So accordingly, any organization will have that. So that you have to keep it in mind. Now I cannot change with the expectation that 25 years back my college was so. So that is the bottom line. Next, coming to Dr. Reddy's role. That in government we cannot penalize anybody. We cannot kick out anybody. That is the bottom line. But we are having some other means of putting the people in proper place. So that is Dr. Reddy's job. By sitting here, we cannot prescribe him. You do this way, do that way. That is his job, and his job, let him perform. If he needs any help from alumni society, we are there. But his job is cut out for him. What is our job? Now we are deciding here, this is our job, so that we will do. So coming to the point, now my point is, now we have lost lot of time, but at least we have started. So any 1,000 years my journey, now start to the single step. We have started, let us be happy that we have started. Okay, so coming to the other point, we have started late, that is okay. So now how to start? So jobs are really earmarked. So Dr. Reddy's job is earmarked. So product, so far as product is concerned, he has to do. By sitting here, I cannot inculcate this value in that his students. So let him do that. So his student, that core competency, everything that is Dr. Reddy's job, that you do. But when coming to the recruitment process, because we are all the discussion hovers about the recruitment. In recruitment, as our Satya told, if everything is very competent, then they don't need our help. Definitely, Satya, I do agree with you. But sometimes that makes a vital role. I know somebody, a little push somewhere here and there, it makes a lot of difference. So that is exactly our role. But that does not discount the possibility that product has to be good. If product is totally useless, any recommendation, with my recommendation will take, within 6 months will kick you out. And that time you cannot tell anything. Afterwards, I will feel 1,000 times before telling again second request. That I cannot make. So let us help Dr. Reddy to make the product better. So there is no denying in that. But wherever he needs our help, that time we are there. We should assure, sir, we are there with you. You need some marketing somewhere, we are there with you. That is not an issue. So our job, my point is that it should be earmarked. His job let him do, my job I will do. And coming to the alumni association, how best we can be integrated in that process. So that is up to Dr. Reddy to decide where he needs my presence. If I sit on his head every time, he will be feeling restrained. He cannot do his job. So I am allowing him to do. But alumni association, and what I will tell, everybody is now in this age, everybody's time start. So if you put the all alumni association will come to the picture and all the time they will help, that is not possible. So what we can do, what we can talk about, we can put some 5-10 members who really can devote that much time. I am really thankful to the younger blood. They have done this thing. If you give me with all the resources at my command, I could not have done because I don't have that much time. So what will do? Let us give a big hand to these youngsters. So they have done. But like other day somebody gave me a call, sir, you can you come again? I will come. But just I am one phone call away. You need this, sir. We are stuck up here. Your presence will do, or your one phone call will do. We are there. Wherever you need some presence, we are there. But this alumni association, so coming to Dr. Reddy's one vital point, what we wanted to tell, the alumni association, there are some members, but they don't come. Naturally, if we put my name, I cannot come. So what I will do, let it be on a rotational basis. So for 1 year, I am ready, okay, I will come there, twice, thrice I can come to Burla, I can share my expertise. But if you put for next 10 years, I will be there, I cannot do that thing. So let us make it a rotational system, okay sir, for 6 months, for 1 year. Some Mumbai Alumni Association, some persons, they can go there, they can share their expertise, or they can take it, all these things. So that is a structural mechanism that has to come. That is my viewpoint. So let us make our role earmarked fully. Alumni Association, this is the role. Dr. Reddy's role, that is role. And let us interact where we want. Sir, I know this, I need this. I think I have covered all these things. And coming to the professor training and placement, Dr. Reddy cannot change him. But if you sit on his head, he cannot change. But he can make some, like when income tax, what you do, best punishment you do, don't give him any job. So I cannot kick him. Because I know I cannot kick him. Or if I go, if it is particular, I should not say. If it is particular from the job category, then we will go and go to some commission and we will make some complaint and I will forget my promotion. So I am coming to that. There are certain ways. What we will do, I will not give you any job. I will forget that you are there. So what you will under tremendous pressure. I believe me, my point is that if you don't give anybody any job, he will be under tremendous pressure. He cannot face his wife. Forget about anybody else. What are you doing? I'm serious because I have done that thing. If you no job, first, good morning, yes, good morning, you be there. 2 months you put that thing, then you will come to your big filter, sir, give me some. Because there are some means, because you cannot compare, you cannot take it. A peer also cannot take it. But I have to deliver. And another point, and government organization is a juggernaut. You cannot say anything. The government will move like private sector. Okay, private sector immediately. You can kick your subordinate, so tomorrow your boss can kick you. So that, yeah.
We are not saying keep them. Okay, we are not saying keep them. But
you don't expect private sector pays. Private sector pays, you cannot expect in government. Okay, you have time, you give him time, you give him liberty, because I can only empathize with him. I can only understand the organization is running. What are the bottlenecks? Against 1,000 bottlenecks you have to deliver. If you cannot deliver, you will be kicked out. And kicking out is not an issue. He will go back to his former organization. But what will happen? We have Dr. Reddy is an inefficient chap. So that it will spoil his reputation. So nobody can afford that. Anyway, 1.2 lakh salary he is getting here, another plus he will get. That is not an issue. If tomorrow my organization has SK Mahapatra is a useless chap, I cannot digest that. So that we have to, what is my point? We have to calculate on that side of the people. Once you know that your reputation will be spoiled, then only you will come to respect. So I think it's a very slow process. Just accept it is a very slow process. 3 years is certainly a very small period for Dr. Reddy. But at least he has started the process. I think he needs a huge round of applause for whatever he has at least envisioned till now.
With all the sincere apologies, I want to make one point. Neha sir is with her daughter, she is also an alumni, so they can sit with the empty stomach. But all other ladies who have come, they don't have the food cookers because the food cookers is here. We have to conclude this point. And
I think I have made my point. So my point is that just don't bombard Dr. Reddy here. This poor fellow, next time if you are inviting him, he will say, oh, go
I don't think the idea was I mentioned that for 2 weeks over the executive and when we heard him speak, he has very good ideas, and we thank you very much for your very candid assessment and sharing the true state of affairs of the university.
Sir, already
we stand enlightened. I think and you are absolutely on the right track. But don't make the mistake that your predecessors have made. Okay, that we want to alert you. They have failed to recognize the power of the alumni. They have failed to channelize the enormous strength, resources, connectivity, passion to the welfare of the university. So don't make that mistake. That's the closing point. I think they take it in the right spirit. It's not a personal
Because we wanted to enrich.
and before I close, let me just cite one case.
Just 1 minute, brother.
Just one case.
You are closing them because I wanted to request Mr. Dhantai to speak.
No, I just take 1 minute to cite a case because Saroj is in the government, he is in the government. My dear friend Amitabh Kant is also in the government. As an IS officer of Kerala cadre, he built India's first private public partnership airport in Kerala.
Which is running in.
And how did he do it? He realized that there are a lot of Keralites, non-resident Indians, who wanted to put in money. So he structured a unique partnership and created a private sector. Your alumni also represent that kind of a resource. So God's Own Country campaign in Kerala, Incredible India campaign while Minister of Tourism in India, and now Make in India and India. He is a role model. I think there are plenty of people in government who are doing excellent job. So all the best to you from us, and we look forward to connecting with you repeatedly and periodically. Complimented, I think I bombarded you all. I told the facts, but which we are not should we live in a luminous things without reality. So that I brought it up. And as far as alumni, I do agree with a very strong way. Many times, probably my predecessors also, they don't know how to connect it. I don't think they are not interested to connect it, but how to connect it. Probably this way of having alumni association office in itself the university and having the website connectivity and have the messages coming up and updating of the people. For example, what I am is known to University of Nottingham. Every alternate month I get a mail getting what is where, and commission knows what I am. Why not? University knows what you are. So that connectivity is enough, so that you will be knowing what the people important places, so that the training and placement will come into action and request them to help them out to get into that. So I came here because this is considered to be one of the important components of the university, that is alumni. Otherwise, I would have come out of my campus. I'm now there in my campus. I don't want to move out of the campus even to Sambalpur for any functions. This is what I decided. The 365 days into 3 is at my disposal to work for UC Mumbai-Pune. So, in that time, as I said, very short period, we are trying to work it out.